those little clapper things. What set these work better than anything, right? So clap, 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 be loud, be proud.
We stand at the crossroads of our beginning and our destiny. We carry the spirit of those who came before us.
Well, we've talked about it all year long, but the season has really flown by. September 18th was when we opened up our franchise, and now, on March 26th, it's the first playoff game in Newfoundland Regiment history.
Yeah, we come a long way, bro. A long, long way. Thursday, the 26th of March, 2026. We'll go down in history.
What a fantastic video that Ryan Mack and Mike Meany, the wonderful duo, have put together.
Oh, it's fabulous. Everything they touch, they do a wonderful, wonderful job at. Come on, baby, connect.
I'm sorry I'm not talking. I'm just flustered by this video. This video is wicked.
You got to save yourself, man. You got a big game to call here tonight, so enjoy, soak it in. This is a first for you, so enjoy the moment.
Well, there he is, the big man.
Tiny.
If this team wants to go on a run, that's the man that has to be the centerpiece.
Yeah, he knows it.
Fans,
He's ready.
Welcome to the ice, your Newfoundland Regiment.
Well, I got goosebumps. This is going to be an incredible first matchup. The Rock is rocking, and the Newfoundland Regiment are looking to pick up their first ever playoff win, and the first playoff win in Newfoundland and Labrador in 20 years in the QMJHL. I believe we're going to be doing some things a little different tonight. We're going to have the Newfoundland flag go through the crowd, as well as Jamie Moran is going to be singing the anthem from in the crowd for the playoffs. How about this? Everybody in for the postseason here at the Mary Brown Center. I'll let Chris Batstone and Jamie Moran take it away for the last 25 seconds until puck drop.
At forward number 29, Tyson Gogan. At forward number 81, Dawson Sharkey. And the goal tonight for the regiment, number 31, Louis Antoine Deneau. Fans, please rise if you are able and welcome Jamie Moran in the performance of the Ode to Newfoundland and Ode Canada.
When sun rays crown the pine-clad hills and summer spreads her hand, when silvern voices tune thy ears, we love thee, smiling land. We love thee, we love thee, we love thee, smiling land. As loved our fathers, so we loved where once they stood we stand. Their prayer we raise to heaven above. God guard thee, Newfoundland. God guard thee, God guard thee, God guard thee, Newfoundland. Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh, Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Well, folks, it's 7 o'clock at last here in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. And after a season of ups and downs, a season filled with history makers and plenty of heartbreakers, a season that saw QMJHL hockey come back to the Rock where it belongs. Now a new beast, a new chapter of a dream inaugural season emerges. From the sunny St. John's Harbor front to the jaw-dropping mountains of our stunning West Coast, the Rock has fueled the momentum and is ready for the excitement of QMJHL playoff hockey. It's back in Newfoundland and Labrador, and it's here to stay.
Beautiful stuff from Mr. Seth Hyde, raring to go here on the call tonight. Here are your officials. The referees are number 10, Michael Hamilton, number 40, Cole McIsaac, linesman number 58, Matt Hicks, number 79, Gabe Brown. We're underway. Playoff time, and here's Seth Hyde with the call.
And you're watching hockey history. Hockey history is what I'm trying to say here tonight from the Mary Brown Center, the first ever Newfoundland Regiment playoff game. A whiteout crowd at the Mary Brown Center against the Cape Breton Eagles, a team that is closest to the regiment geographically. They've met 5 times already. The Eagles playing the Acadie Bathurst T-Tam 5 times in the postseason and the St. John's Fog Devils twice. So these two teams have a lot of history in the postseason as Pilgrim Edwards goes to ground early. Jean-Jean will swing this around the boards. Flynn keeps it in. It's smacked around the wall. Blake Pilgrim Edwards going in after it. Jettleson keeps it moving around the boards. It's Jean-Jean who's going to get it. Tried to work it out high. The regiment looked to clear. It's sent back in around the boards. It's Will Reynolds who's going to take over. Reynolds to Pilgrim Edwards. Tried to clear the zone. Peitsch is going to lift it back in. Emil Perron looked to get it out to Dawson Sharkey. Peitsch turns and shoots it back in, just out of reach of Will Reynolds. Reynolds laying a big body up against the boards. It's Letallier moving it out to Kopak with a quick shot, just wide of the goal. McCullough moving it back in. It goes down low to Letallier. Elliot Letallier back to Boilard. Boilard with the puck, holding, looking, shooting, and it goes just wide of the cage. Regiment hemmed in their own end early on here in this postseason as Tyson Gauguin gets it to Emile Perron. It comes out to the point to McCullough. McCullough walking the line, tied up, lost the puck to Pilgrim Edwards, and we're finally going to get our first change of the postseason for the Regiment as they scramble to get on. Andrews brings it in, shoots Deneau with his first save, and listen to the crowd. Now Alexis Mathieu looking to lay the body there on the boards. Andrews going to swing it around. It's Della Durante with the shot, and the rebound came through. Boilard just out of reach. Boilard's going to collect, looking for an opening. He fires, and Deneau got a piece of that one. Here's Alexis Mathieu. Swings this right around the boards. The Regiment still can't clear. The Eagles have come to play.
Have they ever?
In this first period, and now it's Louis-François Bélanger. They still can't clear the puck. Soche gets it back, throws it down low to Alexis Mathieu. Moving it down to Justin LaRose now. Attempts to clear the puck. Della Durante lost it. They will get it out. Broken up at center. Here they come. Noah Laberge bringing it in across the blue line. Circles back around. Laberge waiting. Lost it in his feet. Got it down low to Bélanger. Laberge couldn't get the puck back. Danacek covering for him as it's sent in by Hartland. Deneau reaching up to make the save. And now it's time for the adrenaline to quell a little bit for both of these squads, because, Raj, that's what they're running off here to start this game one.
Well, the Cape Breton Eagles certainly put the pedal to the metal in the opening 2 minutes and 21 seconds of this hockey game with complete domination. And only the one shot, the Regiment are pretty fortunate because the Eagles were looking to zip that biscuit toward the basket from any which way but loose.
Here's Emile Perron going in after the puck, laying the body. Regiment attempting to clear. Lovely work on the boards by Romeo. Now it's Will Reynolds trying to flip it, and he will get it out. Moving it back across to Maddox Marmalak. Flipped in, Emile Perron's going to take it. Chops it off the boards, beautiful play by Michaud. Gets it ahead, Holamigo. Brings it back. Moved it over to Flynn. It'll just get away, and now the Regiment have a chance. Passed across to Liam Arsenault. Arsenault fires a big save by Hamel. Now down in the corner, Gingeron gets it. Eagles busted out. It's a 3-on-2 up the other way. An odd man rush. Reynolds shaking it off there. Now it's Maddox Marmalak trying to get the puck back. Brady Flynn with some room. Flynn brings it in and shoots, and Deneau redirects it up and off the netting. Well, Raj, we know the Regiment have had trouble, staying out of the sin bin during the regular season, but we know in the postseason the officiating is different. They let a little bit more go, so maybe we'll see the Regiment play a physical game and get away with it.
Well, you can play physical and you can play physical smart. That's what the Regiment have to be keyed in on, is not doing anything foolish, not letting their emotions get the best of them. Good point. But this Cape Breton team, man, they're going to be a tough team. The Newfoundland Regiment are going to have to play extremely well each and every game to beat this Cape Breton club, who won 5 of the 8 meetings through the regular season schedule. Of course, that's a wash now because it's postseason time. But right now, Cape Breton have got the added edge here, at least quickly from the start of this one.
Well, Ben Vitch looking to change that as he puts it into the corner. His first career QMJHL playoff game, and he lays a big hit. Vitch trying to win it back on the boards. Chardon sent it around the boards. Comes back to Chardon again. All the way down the ice. Laberge let it go. It's on net. Deneau will move it. And Laberge gets it going. Here's the boisterous Blue Noser. It's Blake Pilgrim Edwards moving it across. Quinn Norman's going to hold the line. Another player playing his first career playoff game here tonight. Now Dwyer gets it in. Dawson Sharkey with a reach. And a delayed penalty coming up here as there's some pushing and shoving in front of the goal. And let's see if this is against the Regiment or for the Regiment.
I think it's a hook.
You're absolutely
right.
right.
Cape Breton. That's Samuel Kupek. Going to draw a hooking minor. And at 3:54, and there it is to the mid-draft Sharkey. We'll take it. They're going to take it.
Well, that's a tough blow for the Eagles. They've been the better team for the first nearly 4 minutes of this matchup, and now they're heading to the box early as the Newfoundland Regiment look to set this building up. Here with a power play goal. They scored their first goal in franchise history off the power play. Now they got a chance to do it in the playoffs. It's kept in. Laberge, Bélanger, Merrick Danacek walks in, waits, gives it out high. Over to Laberge, who shoots just wide of the net. Here's Justin LaRose. Moving it. Belanger scoops it on net. A big save. Danacek tried to pull it around Gingeron, the captain of the Eagles. As he attempts to clear it himself, he didn't, but Peich is right there. This is Reese Peich's 30th career QMJHL playoff game. Still hasn't scored in his playoff career. He's looking to change that here tonight. As Marek Danacek brings it in, he's brought down. Cleared back down the ice. Noah LeBerge, the last man back. Andrews right there on his tail. And Danacek just got the stick whacked out of his hand. And there we go. They let a lot more go in the postseason. We know this. This is a theme in all leagues, and they're letting them play to start this off here. It's Justin LaRose. Over to Danacek. Drops it back in. Justin LaRose brings it in and shoots, and it goes just wide. Now LaRose tried to send it back in. Eagles doing a nice job of killing the penalty so far. Here's LaRose. Drops it back. It's Quinn Norman. Over to Benvich. Benvich across the line. Spinning away from Flynn. Still with it on the boards. Brought down, and now a 5-on-3 power play coming up for the Regiment. And listen to this building. Holy cow, what an atmosphere here tonight. 5-on-3. And an invitation for the Regiment to open the scoring.
Well, Cole McIsaac might have been feeling a little bit of heat from the boisterous and very pro-Regiment crowd, and that may have led to that call. I think what they were looking for was when Danacek's stick was grabbed from him, looking for an unsportsmanlike conduct penalty, and that would have been the right call, but he let it go, and you're okay with that. I think he responded to the crowd there, said this is massive. 2:25 of a 5-on-3. Puck possession essential.
2 minutes for tripping.
Noah LeBerge to Justin LaRose. Back down low for Marek Danacek. He starts to take it out high. LaRose an option. 12 seconds to go on the 5-on-3 power play. LaRose across the top. Across, and a big save by Hamel. Back out to LaRose again. 5 seconds to go on 5-on-3. Marek Danacek trying to collect. He gets it. Holds it, looks, waits, gives it over to LaRose, and what a save by Hamel. A beautiful look and nice patience from Danacek, but Hamel with a beauty stop.
Well, you want to take advantage of this opportunity here. First one's gone. And now you've got $1:29 remaining in the second power play. You want to take advantage because you don't know how many chances you're going to get. But if you're moving your feet, you're skating and hustling, you're going to draw penalties. No doubt.
Sharkey pushes it into the corner. McCullough's going to swing it. Andrews attempted to clear LaRose, holding the line. Now Sharkey tries to move it around. McCullough keeps it going. Belanger trying everything to get it back. He gets it down low to Sharkey. Here's a chance. In front, scores! Justin LaRose! Where would the Regiment be without their captain? And that's the goal that Newfoundland and Labrador has been craving.
6:18, a power play goal for Ella Capitane. Justin LaRose with a massive goal to open the scoring here in Game 1 of this Eastern Conference Round 1 best-of-7 affair. That's massive for a 1-0 lead. What a pass by Sharkey. What great work by Danacek. All three in on the action on that one.
Oh, this building has erupted, and they've got first blood in Game 1. Shahar is going to swing this around the boards. Hamel comes out of his net. Now Claus gave that away. Michaud trying to get it back. Claus is going to take it out to center ice. Backhanded in, knocked away by Deneau. Perron shaking free. It comes around the boards. It's Jedelson. He's got it. Moves it down low. Shahar gets it. There's a broken stick on the other side. Perron all the way out. It's Soche. Della Durante going to dump it in. Here's Emil Perron. Out to center. Nifty move here by the Eagles as they try to get something set up here. Lots of hockey left to play. The Regiment pulled off some incredible comebacks in their last 3 out of 4 games. So this isn't over by any stretch of the imagination.
That was Louis-Francois Belanger with the second assist, my bad, not Marek Danacek. But Danny was definitely in on the action to keep that play alive in the zone. And that's why LaRose went right to him, Seth, after he scored.
Yeah, well, we know the playoffs mean everybody in, and that first unit had everybody in right there. That was a great power play. Here's Chadon. Gets it. Puts it on goal. Girard is going to take it. Gives it to Ben Vitch. Vitch brings it in. Flipped it to Dominic Palat. And Dominic Palat's a great guy to have on your team. He made the finals with the Oceanic last year. And now he's got the puck. Tried to give it back to Vitch. Vitch will keep it in as Will Reynolds puts a floater on. And oh my goodness, it bounced right through the crease. Great defending by the Eagles. The fourth line nearly had one. Now Kelly with a quick shot and a save by Deneau. Regiment penalty coming up. It's Mathieu who's heading to the box. A high stick. And now the Eagles are going to have a try as we have our first time out.
By Atlantic Trailer and Tractor.
I think Will Reynolds is getting the penalty, to be honest with you.
Dance cam generator. All right, when you see the dance, do it. So we get you on camera. Try this one first.
Hamilton got Reynolds, not Matthews. I think Will Reynolds was involved in the play, and then he took an arm shiver after making contact. So the Cape Breton Eagles are going to get the power play as Will Reynolds goes to the penalty box. He was simply sticking with his man, and his stick did fly up a little bit, but upon that set, he took a smack in the head as well from the Cape Breton player who got him. So he let that go. The Regiment aren't going to complain. They've had 2 power plays and they just scored on their first one. And a 5-on-3 for 25 seconds. But scored at 6:18. Justin LaRose, his first of the postseason from Dawson Sharkey and Louis Francois Belanger for the 1-0 lead. Now time to defend.
Comes out to the point. Pike's fan on the shot. Tried to collect it back again. It pops up in the air. Comes out of the zone. It's Tyson Gogan jumping on that puck. Jettleson brings it back into his own end to settle it down. Jettleson moves it all the way back. And now here they come. Flipped over to Gingeron. Pike, he's got it down low. A huge hit by Mathieu there on the boards. L'Italien. Back to Pike. Pike's working it down low. Sent around, it took a deflection. And Jettleson attempting to hold the line. Gogan did get it out. So delayed offsides. L'Italien will bring it back. Gets it across the red line and is forced to dump it in. Deneau comes out of his net to move the puck. Gives it to Emile Perron. Perron lost it. Pike bringing it out high. Great effort by Gingeron. But Gogan's going to pick it up. He tried to hit Pilgrim Edwards with the pass, but it's going to work out even better as they get a full line change here. The second unit coming out for the Eagles as Jettleson will leave it for Della Durante and head to the bench. The full second unit out for the Eagles and the full second penalty killing unit out for the Regiment. Here's Dubé. Gave it away to Ryan Dwyer. It popped up and nearly hit his dad behind the bench as this goes out of play. With 10:37 to go in the first period, a 1-0 Regiment lead. Justin LaRose. Who else to score the first goal in Regiment playoff history?
Well, it was either going to be he or Tyson Gogan, who has a knack for getting the game underway with tuck a puck. Half a minute left now in this penalty kill for the Regiment.
It's moved over to Boilard. Spins back around, resets, takes another look, looking for any opening as Dubé will work it over. Beautiful passing by the Eagles, a quick shot and an even better save by Louis-Antoine Deneau. Here's Boilard. Dubé holding, giving it back to Boilard. Boilard looked to the front of the net, a big breakup by Girard. Benny Girard to Ryan Dwyer, attempted to clear the puck, it comes back in front. What a save by Deneau. And we're back to even strength. And now it's a 2-on-1. Will Reynolds and Ryan Dwyer. Reynolds bringing it in, he left it behind, and some beautiful passing, but it came to no avail for the Regiment as Dwyer is tied up there with Soche. Left behind to Della Durante.
Ryan Dwyer does not shy away from anybody. It doesn't matter if they're 6'9". He's getting in their face.
Here's Gendron. Swung this around the boards. Marek Danicek, great play from him. Quinn Norman bringing it up the other way. Norman gonna whip it in. It's a slash against Danicek. Romeo and Danicek were exchanging words going down the ice, and it looked like Danicek retaliated. So now the Eagles are gonna have another chance to even up this game with 9:16 to go.
Is $13,480 and continues to grow. The Regiment Hockey Cares Foundation thanks you for your support.
Well, 4 power plays, and we're just halfway home here, so don't make it about yourself out there tonight or this entire series. The fans paid to watch the guys play hockey.
Face-off won by the Eagles. A quick shot deflected up over the cage. Jedelson will keep it in. Fends off Pilgrim Edwards. Hangs on with the puck. Worked it out. Pikes moving it across to Gendron. Gendron. Pikes. Quick shot on net. Rebound. Pinballing around. Another chance in front. And it just squeezes through. And the Regiment will put that fire out before it begins to rage. Pilgrim Edwards hustling to the bench. Ryan Dwyer jumping out as Jedelson has the puck in his own end. Jedelson past the Jag logo. Now he's got it neutral ice. It's Peich who brings it into Regiment territory on the near side. Gets mushed up against the boards by Perron. Jedelson walking the line. Quick shot on net. The rebound coming down. Gauguin trying to get the smack, and he will just get enough on that to clear it. Romeo brings it in. Offsides against the Eagles with 1:02 to go on the power play for the visitors.
Well, the Regiment now, that's back-to-back minors, and I'm sure that the word is, guys, hey, we flirted with that all year long. Let's not drag that with us into the postseason. We need to clean up that part of our game.
Off one to Della Durante. Gets it across to McCullough. Gets hit hard by Dwyer, and there's Bam Bam getting in on the action. Noah LaBerge clears this all the way down the ice. Hamel is going to leave it. Della Durante. 8 minutes to go in the first. Leaves it behind. McCullough. To Boilard, broken up by the Regiment and cleared once again as Dawson Sharkey on the tail of Della Durante. Sharkey. Great battle from him as he's going to peel away. Boilard, 25 to go on the power play for the visitors. Soche brought it in, ran into Sharkey, but he was offsides.
Well, so far.
Gendron going to hop on this one. Gendron right to the front of the net, a huge tie-up by Emile Perron. Beautiful patience by Pilgrim Edwards. It's Tyson Gauguin bringing it in. Tried to give it to Will Reynolds, who was busting down the middle as Peich takes it up. 5 seconds to go here. Peich, Gendron, right to the net, and a big save by Deneau. Here's Peich now. We're back to even strength. Jedelson walking the line. Looking to the back door. They score. What a beautiful pass. It's Gendron who just got enough on it. And just as the Regiment killed off the penalty,
Be easy, that's for sure. These two teams are very similar.
here's LaBerge. The Rose. Now Belanger. Belanger is in, and he shoots it wide. Mathieu's right there. And a beautiful stop by Hamel. Now up the other way goes Andrews. takes a big hit from Belanger. Marek Danicek trying to get it back. Kopak moves it over. It's swung around the boards by Boilard. Deneau's going to get it going. Mathieu. Laberge. Up to LaRose. Justin LaRose faking the swing. Brings it in. It's going to be picked up by Laberge, but swinged out of the zone.
Assist on the goal to number 23, Jacob Hartman.
Now Laberge.
And number 21, Reese Peich. Time of the goal,
Now Laberge has it. Fakes the drop off. Tries to
Peich
take it
at
himself and
12:51.
goes out to center ice. As Danicek looked to get it. Here's Flynn. Flipping it around LaRose. He keeps moving with the puck. Big tie-up and an even bigger hit by Alexis Mathieu. Now it comes back out in front, and Mathieu again laying the body behind the net. The Regiment come up the other way now. LaRose across the top. Marmalak's at the back door, and a big save by Hamel, sticking the glove out. Felix Hamel in the regular season against the Regiment had 4 starts, a 0.93 goals against average against them, and a .965 save percentage, all against the Regiment. And Raj, the last time Hamel came to town, he got kicked out of the game because he slashed Marek Danicek on the head. That was the weirdest game of hockey I've ever seen in my life. I think we had, 4 or 5 5-minute major penalties that weren't fighting?
It was nuts. Well, that was then, this is now, so it's a brand new season. Once we hit the playoffs, obviously everything's a wash. You don't forget what got you here, that's for sure, but just dismiss those matchups and say we start anew and we're very even. Shots are 8-7 Cape Breton, we're tied at 1. With about 5 to go here in this opening period of play. Got to stay out of the box, obviously. Don't give Hamilton and his counterpart McIsaac reason to call penalties. We've had 4 power plays already. 5:54 remaining in this opening period. But it's been a while since the Regiment have been on the offense set, because they have been defending.
So 5:54 to go in the first period. 1-1 tie. A goal from Justin LaRose and Louis Gendron. The 2 captains scoring to start the playoffs. Here's Will Reynolds. Lost the puck. Kopak takes over. Here they come. It's a 2-on-1. Hardland leading the charge. He got tied up. Big play by Maddox Marmalak, who had 2 against the Mooseheads last Saturday. And that was big for him to finally score. He was in a bit of a drought, but picked up 2 in that game. 2 huge goals. And he's got some pep in his step as he takes this in. Lost it. Quinn Norman holding onto the puck, left it behind to Liam Arsenault. A floater on goal, and it popped up and hit the netting.
Yeah, it was deflected by Alexis Michaud as Norman dropped it back, and Arsenault just tried to throw it on the net, looking for some kind of a funky carom, one way or the other. So if you're just joining us, it's a 1-1 tie here. This is game 1, best of 7 Eastern Conference, round 1 series.
Here's Noah Laberge trying to keep that puck in. Della Durante ahead to Peich, and he's in, but offsides.
Well, the Regiment are going to have to pay extra attention to Peich and his line mates. They've evened things up here with Hartland and Gendron, and they're going to be a force to be reckoned with. You better pay attention to detail here, boys, in particular on the defensive side of the puck.
Swung in. Deneau's going to come out of his net. Waiting, and he keeps it moving around the boards to Ben Vitch. Now it's ahead for Dominic Palat. Ryan Dwyer's going right to the net. It's Ryan Dwyer, and he gets it again. It's a save by the toenail of Felix Hamel to keep this a 1-1 game.
there's Todd Skirving. I'm not sure whereabouts he is. The former, of course, Growler captain wearing a regiment hat. It looks like he's done for the year. Well, we wish you well, Skirves and your roomie, both the boys. Is that Nolan Walker? I think that's Walks as well with him. So a couple former Growlers dinged up down in Reading, of all places to be. Sorry, no offense, but.
Well, a shout out to those guys, and we wish them a speedy recovery. Definitely miss them here on the Rock. Those two were fantastic. And we know Skirves, as you said, the former captain of the Growlers.
Yep.
Won a Kelly Cup with them in
That's right.
2019.
Walks didn't, but he was a fun guy and he worked extremely hard. Scored some big goals for the Growl back in the day. Anyways, had to share that. Took time out, and I like that fact that Skirby's wearing a regiment hat. It doesn't come as a surprise.
That's going to be collected by Gauguin. Shoves this one out to Pilgrim Edwards. Sneaks by. Della Durante. Around the boards, Gauguin to Pilgrim Edwards. It comes out to center. Will Reynolds is going to take it. Drops it all the way back to Emile Perron. Ahead for Gauguin. Now Sharkey. Sharkey busting in. Sharkey still, but he just lost it. Back out to Reynolds. Will Reynolds over to Gauguin. Lifts this in. 4 minutes to go in the first period of play, and the first period of playoff hockey of this CHL season.
And she's tight like you might expect. 1-1, and the shots are 9 apiece. Both teams have had 2 power plays. Can't get much more even than that.
Moved up the middle, LaRose gets it, turns and sends it out. Loss in the foot of Belanger. Kopak has to test his patience as he brings it back. McCullough up ahead. Andrews now looks to move around Belanger over to Perron. Perron, LaRose. LaRose at the red line. Dumps this in. And LaRose keeping it in, but Andrews is going to take it and dump it right back out. Hit the linesman Brown there.
Twice. Get out of the way.
Soche lost it. Danacek moves it to Belanger. Mathieu. Laberge. Noah Laberge up ahead to LaRose. Redirects that puck in. 3 minutes to go now in the first as Flynn takes it behind his own goal. Flynn gets his wheels moving now. Sent it across. It's dumped in deep by Jettleson, but it is going to be an icing call with 2:45 to go in this first period.
Well, Seth, you know, time for a quick little story. Last time the Cape Breton Eagles came here, they got stranded here, this close to Sydney. I mean, Newfoundland, Nova Scotia, neighbors, obviously part of Atlantic provinces, and they were here stranded for a week. This time when they came over on the Q Maritime Shuttle, 45 minutes, Sydney to St. John's International Airport in Torbay.
Well, how about that?
Yep.
That was when we had all that snow. We got even more on Tuesday, but now I really think spring is sprung here.
Well, I hope so.
In the capital city.
Sheila's brush better turn into a comb.
Well, it's
Not that
definitely,
I'm going to need it.
it's definitely a snowstorm here at the Mary Brown Center tonight. A wonderful, boisterous crowd as Hamel goes down. And the fans thinking he embellished that as Jettleson has it behind his own goal. Gets going. Up to Boilard. Boilard bringing it in. Cuts back, shoots. Oh, just high and wide. Out to the point to Della Durante. Dumps it back into Noah Laberge. Laberge left it behind. Alexis Mathieu gets the puck. He'll clear this out to center. Flynn to Della Durante. Now Laberge. Noah Laberge gets the puck. Swings it to Mathieu. Mathieu keeps it going. Ben Vitch there will play it out to neutral ice. And now he'll pick up the puck. Ben Vitch has got it. Still holding on. Flynn will eventually fend him off. And an arid flip comes to Palat with the shot, and what a save by Hamel. As Vitch in front of the net with Flynn with just 1:25 to play in the first period.
Well, a good chance for Dominic Pilot. He got rid of it pretty quick, trying to get it down low, but Hamel snatches that out there with his little cowhide crab and keeps it out of the net. 1-1 score. Shots are 10-9 Regiment with $1:25 to go to the first intermission in this Eastern Conference round 1. Game 1, best of 7 series. Game 2 tomorrow night here at the Mary Brown Center at 7 o'clock Island time. .6:30 in Nova Scotia and most parts of Labrador.
It's Gauguin and Pilgrim Edwards working hard to get this puck loose. It comes to Romeo. Dropped it back, and now away they go. Gingeron across the line, lost it.
Last minute of play in the first period.
Dumped around the boards. Deneau comes out of his net. Left it for Emile Perron. Nearly went out of reach. Peitsch twisting away. Puts the shot on. Just wide as Kopak. Gingeron looks to get the puck. Now Pilgrim Edwards to Reynolds. He'll lob this one out of the zone. Nice head fake by McCullough, but he gave it away to Sharkey. He'll put one on net. Hamel forced to deal with that one. Just 30 to go now in the first period. Kopak moved it across. Danacek. He's going to get there. Sends it all the way back for Will Reynolds. 20 to go now in the first period. Here's Perron. Over to Reynolds. Now Danacek moving on in. 10 seconds to go. Danacek leaves it behind. Big tie up by LaRose. LaRose twisting away. Tried to put it on. Nearly got it through. Romeo got in the way. And that's the first period of playoff hockey from the Mary Brown Center as Danacek and Romeo collided there at the end. Danacek just skating away. What an electric first period and what an electric atmosphere at the Mary Brown Center. Myself and Brian Rogers will be back for the second. You do not want to miss it.
Breton 9 and Newfoundland 11. Fans, stay in your seats for the first intermission for Giant Bowling.
Check early and got himself a new toy. Something we're calling the Giant Bowling. From what Buddy Jr. says, he's going to be launched down the ice by our regiment game crew and knock down as many pins as he possibly can. I'm going to look at the fans here for a second. You, sir, how many pins is Buddy Jr. going to knock down? How many do you think? How many? Hold up and hold your fingers. 5, all 5. Well, you got 6 pins, so he's looking for 5. All right, got a prediction here from one of the regiment fans. So, launch Buddy Jr. Here we go. He's got some speed, away he goes, from center ice he goes. Not bad, sir. You predicted 5, he knocked down 4. Yeah, Buddy Jr., it wasn't too bad. What do you say? You want me to give him another shot? Do you think you can knock down 5 this time? Buddy Jr., the fans seem to believe that you can knock down 5. If you don't, I have no idea what they're going to do. All right, Lunch Buddy Jr. A little side. That was. Yeah, what do you think of that one? I think we can do better than that. Team Crew, Lunch Buddy Jr. We want the 5-hit knockdown. There you go. I have a funny feeling this is not the last time we're going to see Buddy Jr. dig his favorite green toy out for fun and excitement. Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Buddy Jr. and Giant Bowling.
Happy 10th birthday to Alex Cleary. Happy 11th birthday to Chloe Matcham. Welcome Mount Pearl Blades Under 9 Transition Team who participated in tonight's High Five Tunnel. Want your team to have a chance to high five the regiment? Contact tickets at nlregiment.com to book your High Five Tunnel experience today.
Good Life was built to empower and change Canadian lives, from supersets to hot yoga. This is where we thrive. Born here, built here. This is Canada's gym.
Fans, digital province-wide Regiment 50/50 is now live at regiment5050.com. Jackpots have reached over $40,000 this season, and now's your chance to get in on the pot anywhere across Newfoundland and Labrador. Grab your tickets now at regiment5050.com.
In Newfoundland, hockey's more than a game. It's a community. And when it comes to community, Eastlink shows up. We're proud to back the regiment. Proud to be your local mobile provider. Visit us at the Avalon Mall.
The QMJHL hits harder on FloHockey. Every game, every goal, every hit, all season long. FloHockey gives you access to the most live hockey anywhere. Watch your team, follow top prospects, and stay on top of all the action on the ice. Subscribe now to stream it all live on FloHockey.
What makes a place beautiful? Our newest community, Kinsale Place, is located in the beautiful town of Logie Bay, Middle Cove, and Outer Cove. It's a place to grow up and a place to retire. Just minutes from St. John's, yet a world away.
There are some great new offers on Regiment Rewards powered by Fan Saves. Sign up to save on your favorite places around town. Scan the QR code or visit nlregiment.com. Mary Brown's Watch and Win. When the regiment win at home, scan the code that will appear on the video board to claim 500 loyalty points on the Mary Brown's app. Be loud and cheer on your regiment to win.
Achieving the right image for your team should be simple. From tough workwear, PPE, corporate wear, to promotional products, you'll know exactly what you're getting. And when it comes time to put your logo on it, we got you covered. 37 Remagens Boulevard in Paradise.
Represent your regiment at the game and around town. Pick up the latest regiment merch at the store outside Section 101 or online anytime at nlregiment.shop.
Where is Brandon?
out these upcoming events at Mary Brown Center, including the FMX World Tour, Celtic Woman, 3 Days Grace, the Australian Pink Floyd Show, Jimmy Carr, and more. Tickets are available at the box office and online at mbcenter.ca. Secure yours today.
To develop and prepare for the pros. I'm so happy that, that I ended up coming here and had the experience I did. For academic and athletic development. For the quality and support that's offered. For support through scholarships. To become productive and responsible citizens. The best years of our lives.
For all Honda generators. Your picks, your bragging rights, your shot at a pair of season seats. Predict every playoff series. The QMJHL Playoff Bracket Challenge is live.
Buddy the Puffin translator. Buddy asks that you all please take out your flashlights. Now. Buddy asks that you all follow along with the instructions in the song. Okay, let's begin.
Lights up. Lights down. 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 Lights up.
Fans, please welcome back to the ice your Newfoundland Regiment.
Well, Buddy the Puffin getting the crowd going as we get ready for the second period of playoff action in this QMJHL season and in Newfoundland Regiment franchise history. The first period saw a little bit of a nervous style game from both teams, just trying to feel each other out, just trying to get settled in to the playoff action. The scoring summary of the first period, Justin LaRose, the power play goal to kick it off for the regiment, assisted by Sharkey and Belanger. Then the captain of the Eagles responding in a big way, getting a goal just as the regiment killed off Merrick Danicek's penalty, scoring his first of the postseason, and Noah Jettleson and Reese Peitsch getting the assist on that goal. This game is tied. Heading into the second period, the shots on goal 11-9 in favor of the home side.
May I have your attention, please?
Seth, I'm not sure what went on in the opening period that had both benches questioning the linesman, but both head coaches have done so they've had their piece. Not quite sure what went on, but yeah, that did happen. At the end of the first, the conversation was with the Eagles bench bosses, and then to start period number two, Gordy Dwyer having a conversation with linesman Matt Hicks, number 58. Well, both teams had two power plays and more of a feeling out process, I think, Seth, in that opening period. Now with a call of the second, here's Seth High.
Well, thank you, Raj. Thank you, viewers. It's the first game of the playoffs of this CHL 2025-26 season, and it's right here on the Rock as this comes out front. A bouncing puck is there, but it's going to be picked up by the regiment, and they'll lob it out to center ice. These Eagles have started hard in this game as Blake Pilgrim-Edwards got it at center. A delayed offsides there foiled that attack. Beautiful pass across to Jettleson. Gauguin pops it up in the air. Jettleson couldn't find it. Gauguin pushed it ahead. Sharkey looked to collect. Moved up by Flynn. Now here's a chance. It's a 2-on-1. Moved across on a big poke by the Gatineau, Quebec native, Emile Perron, who apparently is addicted to sunflower seeds. He eats them all the time, and apparently they are all over his house when he eats them. So he's a messy eater, and he's addicted to a food that's often associated with being messy. So not a good combo.
Yeah, but he's a hell of a player and a great student.
That makes up for it.
Does it ever?
Here's Alexis Mathieu. Spinning around, moves it out to Marek Danacek. Off the bench and off the post. What a great look by the regiment. Mathieu went between his legs. Marek Danacek to Justin LaRose, using his space nicely. LaRose across the red, dumps it in. Glove down by Hamel. Here's McCullough. Moving it up to L'Italien, just under his stick, icing against the Eagles. 18:21 to go in the second period. Aidan McCullough has lived with Will Reynolds' family for the last 3 years. Those two played with each other in the New Brunswick PEI U15 AAA League for the Fredericton Blues, both on defense, and McCullough has lived with the Reynolds family. So when I asked Will in the pregame if it was going to be awkward, he said maybe a little bit, but they'll get over it.
Well, Mr. and Mrs. Reynolds will have to deal with young McCullough more than Will, at least away from the game.
This comes out to center ice. It's going to be dumped in deep. Benny Girard is going to get there and drop it back to Emile Perron. Out to Belanger. Playing this all the way down the ice. Danacek's going to beat the icing. Jedelson gets hit up against the boards. Danacek, beauty move. Still moving with the puck. Danacek twisting and turning, lost it to Boilaird. Over to Soche. He'll play this around. Benny Girard around the boards, collected, played back out high. A bobbled puck will make its way out to center by Claus, the rookie, as this comes around for Deneau. Left it to Perron. Now Girard around for Dominic Palat. Palat taking this up the other way. It's at the blue line. Dwyer had to wait for a second before he dumped it in. Ryan Dwyer's brother, Jack Dwyer, is in the final for the St. John's Junior Hockey League. They lost last night to the Paradise Warriors, and that series is heading to a Game 7 on Monday night here in the Mary Brown Center. This comes around the boards as Flynn is going to take it. Eagles reset on their own end. It got redirected. Quinn Norman swung around for Vitch. Vitch to Reynolds. Reynolds taps this off the boards. Ryan Dwyer is going to get there. Dominic Palat jumps out in front of the net. Charon lost the puck. Palat trying to get it back. Comes out to the point to Reynolds. Moving it into the corner. Ryan Dwyer holding on his backhand. Looking. Tried to drop it back for Vitch down low. Was coughed up to Derek Andrews. Takes it across center. Hauled down. Now Ryan Dwyer. He might have a chance. Dwyer. Vitch shoots, and a big block by Flynn. Given away here by the regiment, and now it's a 2-on-2 up the other way, but Quinn Norman making a huge play. Alexei Michaud. Michaud brings it on in. Michaud still with it. Flips it out. It comes down for Maddox. Marmalak with a quick shot, and it's blockered away. There's Arsenault. To Marmalak. Now Kelly moves it across. Gendron. Over to Leperge. Mathieu. Marmalak calling for it in open ice. Arsenault gunning down the near side. Marmalak, beautiful slick move, but a nice stop by Hamel. Look at Arsenault knocking Romeo off his feet. Now Marmalak scores! It just snuck in! Maddox Marmalak is on fire, and the regiment have the lead again.
And Sammy the sealskin bow tie celebrates as well, as Uncle Bird passed this on to this old guy, and he wished it for good luck for Twin Amps. And a little puck luck, thanks Sammy, baby. You wear it well.
Oh, that's a tough goal for Hamel to let in right there.
Love it.
He must have thought that the shot was going to be ripped at him. Just a tough one. As Marmalak fanned on it, but it got over the line. And the regiment have the lead once again. Maddox Marmalak now has 3 goals in 2 games. He loves playing against teams from Nova Scotia, the lower Sackville native. Now Gendron up to Peitsch. Circling around is Noah Laberge. Moved it up to Gauguin. Back to Pilgrim Edwards. He'll fire it into the far corner. Dawson Sharkey hustling to get there, and it nearly snuck past Hamel again.
Try it again, boys. You never know.
Here's Peitsch now. Dumps it into Gingeron. Mathieu. Laberge. Romeo. Losing it to Laberge. Regiment working it well in their own end. Sharkey brings this up the other side. Goes down. Flynn. Gets tied up. Sharkey looked to poke it to Gauguin. Gave it away as the Eagles bring it up the other way. Sharkey and Flynn were tied up behind the play. Boilard just has to flip this high and in. Benjamin Girard back out there for the regiment. Emile Perron poking, getting it ahead to Danicek. It's going to be nearly kept in by Jedelson as he's forced to reset. Moving it off to Jacob Deladurante. Got the redirection on that puck. Belanger has a glance. Gives it to LaRose. Justin LaRose. Snowshoeing up ice. He's across the red line. Gives it to Belanger. Louis-Francois Belanger marched in but lost the puck. Comes back out to Girard. Moving it over to Perron. Emile Perron right up the gut. Here is LaRose with a beautiful flip play. Now it's McCullough. Taking flight up the other way. It's a 4-on-4 rush as McCullough's going to dump it in. Ryan Dwyer trying to get there. Claus look to move it to the front of the goal. He'll collect it again. Claus out high. Flynn put it on goal. Was blocked by Dwyer. Sent down the ice and it'll just get away. Regiment have an icing call against him. First time out of the period. And a 2-1 lead for the Newfoundland Regiment.
And the time just flying here in the second period. So Maddox Marmalak with an innocent-looking shot that beats Felix Semel and gives the Regiment a 2-1 lead here in the opening game of this Eastern Conference best-of-7 first-round series. The lone assist to Liam Arsenault had a great shift there, and so did Alexis Michaud as well, who was flying out there on that shift. And this is a good line that Gordy Dwyer and his coaching staff have put together. I really like when they're moving, they're fast. And I think that Michaud complements Arsenault and Marmaduke's speed, to say the least. So 4 solid lines they'll throw at you. And that's what you're going to need if you're going to go all the way or go on a deep run here. Everybody contribute. And for a full 60 minutes, don't take no shifts off. You can ill afford to.
Face-off won by the Eagles. A shot through traffic just went wide. Now LaRose. Danicek and LaRose still pinned out due to that icing call as Merrick Danicek tries everything to get it ahead. LaRose moving in. Now Girard lost that puck. Emile Perron has a couple rapid looks over his shoulder. He gets moving up the other way. Ryan Dwyer, Merrick Danicek. It'll stay in play. Or no. They called that a high stick.
Yeah, that's the right call. Now there's not a lot of room to roam out there, so man, you got to earn every inch of the ice that you want, need. You got to have that burning desire. I mean, it all sounds like a bunch of cliches, and they are for the most part, but it's true.
Jedelson moves it back over. A big hit by Ben Vitch. Here's Norman, left that behind. And they'll keep it moving to the point. A shot on goal, couldn't make its way through. And now it's Quinn Norman. A high lob out of the zone, tried to find Vitch as Palat was hauled down. Deneau coming out of his goal, left that to Reynolds. Now Norman playing it safe. Brings it back into his own end. Up to Ben Vitch. Beautiful pass. Ryan Dwyer hands it off to Dominic Palat. Takes a shot, block, gets it again. Palat shoots and it goes high and wide. Now Palat laying a big hit against Kelly. Soche taking flight up the other way. drafted 30th in the 2025 CHL import draft, a native of Switzerland. Arsenault moves this around the wall. Dubé is going to get there. Back to McCullough. Aiden McCullough passes it out. LaBerge kicks it. Hartland goes after it, but Mathieu is going to win that race. Tried to swing it around, coughed it up. Makes a big hit there on the boards as Hartland losing it. It's Claus now. Left it behind. Noah LaBerge trying to take it up the other side. Here's Liam Arsenault. Cross ice feed from Michaud. Swung this around the wall. Arsenault shoves his man off the puck. Here's Dubé. Around Gendron, absorbs the hit. McCullough passes it ahead. This is dumped into the zone. Mathieu losing it there for a second as he hits Dubé up by the Bel Air direct sign. Tyson Gauguin trying everything to free it. Comes out for Gauguin, and now LaBerge. Noah LaBerge will move this out to center ice. He's found Michaud, but Della Durante is going to win that race and make a big play. Passed across now, the Eagles setting up. Della Durante. Stalls, gives it to Gendron with a quick shot. Stopped by Deneau. The first shot he's faced in the second period. Now they're bringing it right back in. Noah LaBerge with a big play. LaBerge to Mathieu. Sharkey wide open there on the side. He's going to play it safe and give it to Gauguin. Gauguin to Sharkey. Beautiful build up by the regiment. Dawson Sharkey with a quick shot. High and wide over the goal. Reynolds is left to reset. He gives it to Noah LaBerge. LaBerge throws it into the far corner. Pilgrim Edwards is going to get there first. Down low for Gauguin. Gauguin lost that. And now a 3-on-2 up the other way, but Danicek came off the bench and was there as Emile Perron around the boards for Danicek. Back into Will Reynolds. Reynolds losing it there in his skates. He's pinned up against the wall. He'll work it out, but Jetelson is right there out at the point. Jetelson back down into the corner once again. L'Italien wrapping it around in front. A big play by Emile Perron. Now Sharkey left it to Perron. Perron given away in front, a chance, and a big defensive play by Reynolds. Now Emile Perron again. Perron's got it behind his own goal. He'll circle back around. Swung this one right around the boards for Reynolds. Comes out to LaRose. He's going to clear this puck. This will go down, but not all the way, as Flynn moved in for it. Now it's Belanger. Belanger getting that out to the point to Reynolds. Reynolds waiting. Now LaRose. LaRose looking, shooting, and a big block by Soche. LaRose working hard to get that puck back on Regiment stick there. It's moved across for Hartland. Took a high hit there from Reynolds. As this comes out to the neutral zone, Soche's going to get there. Soche passed it across, lost to LaRose. Here they come. It's a 4-on-2 up the other way. Justin LaRose building up the attack, and a big save by Hamel. Great look by LaRose. Had beautiful patience, and with 8:17 to go in a rapid second period, 2-1 lead for the Regiment.
Yeah, that's a good decision, but you've got three other guys there with you too, so you always want to try to spot somebody out of the corner of your eye that might be uncontested and all by him lonesome. That's how Cape Breton scored their goal. But hey, any puck on the net's a good puck. Just keep getting them there, but we need some traffic in front of Felix Hamel, much like Cape Breton need to do the same to the big fella, Louis-Antoine Deneau. 2-1 Newfoundland, 8:17 left in the second period. 15-11 of the shots on goal. Just 4-2 Regiment here in the second period.
Here's L'Italien. He busts in, throws it to the front of the net. They score. Boilard roofs it into the top corner. A counterattack up the other way, and just like that, the Eagles have struck back.
Well, that was a beautiful goal. And at 11:53. The lead is gone again. And Cape Breton even things up. Boilard doing himself a pretty good campaign during the regular season. 16 goals, 21 assists for 37 points. Raoul Boilard, number 17, strikes here, and it's tied at 2.
Jedelson at the red line. He'll dump it in. Emil Perron to Dawson Sharkey. Sharkey tried to keep it in. Deneau makes the save. Emil Perron will move it ahead. Pilgrim Edwards is going to take the puck. Dawson Sharkey's there alongside Tyson Gogan. Flynn absorbs a heavy hit by Dawson Sharkey. Comes across to Jedelson. Jedelson in, that extra move will catch the Eagles offsides. And there's our guys in section 108 there on the scoreboard, the money man, and all the guys looking good.
So Raoul Boilard with his first of the postseason for Italian and Andrews. Even strength at 11:53. It's a 2-2 tie here in game 1 of this Eastern Conference opening round best of 7 affair.
Reynolds puts this high off the glass and out. It's moved over to Michaud. Back to Dubé. Dubé ahead, Charon. Pushes this one out, it's flipped in and nearly finding Kelly. All alone in front.
Also, he was there with nobody within 20 feet of him. Got to start using your head.
Here's Maddox Marmalak, beautiful pass. It's Alexis Michaud stalling in front. What a stop!
Oh, nice try.
Hamel getting across, but a beautiful buildup by the third line, and they nearly had it.
Yep. Well, a great setup as Alexis Michaud uses his speed. He set up Liam Arsenault beautifully here. A feathery little pass. Gotta give Hamel credit there. He made a fine save as Arsenault was looking to pop his first of the postseason. To go along with that assist, he picked up on Maddox Marmalak's goal at 4:25 of the second period. So a big scoring chance, and Hamel answers the door.
Played out in the regiment territory. LaBerge over to Danacek. Now Belanger pounces on this loose puck. LaRose with a high, heavy shot just up over the goal. Danacek trying to shake free. Another puck pinned up against the boards. The Eagles are going to free it, and it's Romeo who moves it to center, but LaRose will get it right back. And here he comes. Justin LaRose is in. Shot stop, rebound, and a beautiful breakup. And they're not done yet, but now the Eagles nearly clear. Danacek just couldn't keep it in. An amazing look there from what has been the regiment's top line all season. Now Flynn. Up ice it goes. It's moved ahead to Romeo. Danacek, LaBerge. Delayed penalty here against the Eagles. The regiment are going to be able to try their power play again. LaBerge is going to take it back and take a breath. The extra man coming out for the regiment. Noah LaBerge. Ryan Dwyer. Back to Noah LaBerge again. He gets moving. The extra man out. Delayed penalty, but the pass goes right to Claus. But now it's time for a regiment power play. Their third of the postseason. They've scored once. It was Justin LaRose who found the back of the net.
Fans, I know you love hockey. I know you love shirts. It's time for the Marks commercial t-shirt toss. If you want one, make a little bit of noise if you don't mind.
So Maxime Soche heading to the box for the Eagles. As I said, the regiment are going to get another try.
Well, this is the fifth power play of the hockey game. Third for Newfoundland. Both teams 0 for 2. Or pardon me. Both teams, the regiment are 1 for 2, pardon me. Cape Breton is 0 for 2. little brain cramp there for the old fellow. Maxime Sautier with a high stick minor. So Sautier in the sin bin. Let's see if the regiment can take the lead. Strike on the power play like Seth said they did early in this game. 6:18, LaRose, Micharki, and Belanger.
Readjusting his skates there while he has the free time, looking to get his second power play goal of the game.
Well, it doesn't have, like I said, it doesn't have to be a highlight reel tally. Get some traffic in front of Felix Hamal. And we have one of these reviews again, it appears, or we get a stoppage in play for some reason, but there's never an explanation, so we can't tell you what we're waiting for. We're pleading for it to happen eventually, but
LaRose scored was his first goal in the playoffs in 11 games. What a huge goal for him to get on the power play. He didn't score one in the playoffs last year. He got one on his first shot this year.
2 minutes for high sticking. Time of the penalty, 14:20. That's Sautier, 2 for high sticking at 14:20.
well, if the regiment are going anywhere here in the postseason, they'll need him to keep scoring at the regular pace he does.
There was a quick pass into the zone. LaBerge with the tie-up, and he's heading to the box, so it's going to be 4-on-4 hockey for a minute 37.
Not so much for that power play. That lasted all of 23 seconds. Well, that was a no-brainer call though for Hamilton, and it was exactly what it was, a hook. So we'll get some 4-on-4 hockey, and the face-off will be to the right of Louis-Antoine Deneau in the Newfoundland net.
Regiment penalty to number 8, Noah
there.
2 minutes for hooking.
Beautiful move from him. A great pass to Della Durante with the shot. Deneau makes the save, and a beauty look by the Eagles early on in the 4-on-4 hockey.
So Cape Breton will get a third opportunity. That'll be all of 23 seconds. Once Cape Breton player Soche escapes the sin bin.
Pilgrim Edwards working hard to keep that puck in Regiment possession. Pilgrim Edwards to LaRose. Justin LaRose stalled and dumped it in deep. Alexis Mathieu telling him, you go for the puck.
That's kind of an odd play because two players just took themselves out of the equation.
There's a beauty move in on goal by Boilard, who scored the last goal for the Eagles in this one. Pilgrim Edwards will drop it all the way back. It just escapes from Reynolds. Reynolds passes it off to Mathieu. His stick just exploded. It's a 2-on-1 chance across, and the puck is still free, and Deneau is down. Deneau is down in some discomfort behind the Regiment goal. With 4:06 to play in the second period.
Weird stuff going on in the last 60 seconds. What in the world just happened there? Aaron Small is out to attend to the big guy. Take your time here. This is a big moment for the Regiment. Waiting with bated breath, but Louis-Antoine Deneau. Love to see what happened, if possible. But just some strange stuff went on. I mean, Mathieu and LaRose got kind of confused with each other. Weren't quite sure who was going or what. And then they gave up the puck, and then Cape Breton came back the other way. Then Willie's stick explodes, and the play ended up being a cross crease play. I'm not sure if the Cape Breton player got a piece of Deneau going through the crease, but nevertheless, he's back up on his feet. And Alexis Mathieu will head back down to see the big guy and check in on him.
So after a little stoppage there and a near goal for the Cape Breton Eagles, that was really close.
Well, the guys need to clean up on their own end.
Well, here we go, a face-off in Regiment territory. It's Gendron who wins it back to Jedelson. A quick shot stopped by Deneau. Important that he makes that first save after that little injury he had just then.
Yeah, he wants to feel the puck, and he did.
Beautiful look by Pilgrim Edwards. Sharkey will get there. He's going to run out of some space. Now he's going to try to make some for himself. Pilgrim Edwards tried to work it out high, and taking flight is a chance here for Pite, who shoots, and a big save by Deneau. Two huge stops from him after getting his bell rung there. And Sharkey's going to go after this puck after a minor miscommunication. Here's Sharkey right across the top. Dawson Sharkey's shot.
It was deflected off of Pilly's stick inadvertently.
Gendron will work it over. Regiment's successful penalty kill, just a 23-second one. Emile Perron absorbing the hit. Tyson Gauguin. Now for Noah Laberge. Laberge at the red line. He's going to dump this in. Hops over the stick of Hamel. Laberge trying to win it back. Gauguin in there. Laberge trying everything he can to keep it in. Gauguin attempted to leave it behind. It's Claus. He'll collect it back once again. Claus absorbs a heavy hit from Mathieu. Goes back for Norman. Now Noah Laberge gives a little push for Gauguin. Pass back ahead for Claus. Claus bringing it up the other way for the Eagles. 2:35 to go in the second period. A quick shot just wide of the net. Now LaRose took a big hit. Looked like right to the face there.
Yep.
As Mathieu will keep it moving. Michaud just gets it out of the zone. And just avoiding the too many players on the ice were the Eagles. Here's Michaud. Michaud in front. Tyson Gauguin for LaRose. And he got tied up. Now Mathieu. Mathieu walking in, lets it fly, and a save by Hamel.
He was looking short side like he did last week against Halifax.
He had a beautiful goal, and ever since then, we talked about it. He hasn't been afraid to shoot the puck. Alexis Mathieu. Now Boilard. Brings it back. Raoul Boilard will move it across. It's Della Durante bringing it into Regiment zone by himself. Della Durante on net, stopped by Deneau. Mathieu snuck it out in front of the goal. Boilard's going to hold the line. Dumped it back in, and it's redirected just away. Here's Andrews now. Andrews holding, dropping it off. Marmalak coming in to lay the hit. Maddox Marmalak now up the other side. Puck pinballs around. Jettleson will bring it back into his own end. 1:15 to play in the second. Passed up the middle. Eagles will stay onside as this goes in. It's Mathieu. Back around the boards to Reynolds. Reynolds lost the puck. It's Peitsch. Stuck it out in front of the goal, and here they come. Dominic Pilat is leading the charge. Liam Arsenault is with him. He's going to dump it into the corner. Arsenault going to get there. Beautiful play to Pilat. Pilat right to the front of the net, and Bélanger couldn't set himself free with 45 to go in the second period. Emile Perron over to Reynolds. Reynolds bringing the puck in. Emile Perron's going to dump this back in. 30 seconds to go in the second period of play as the Eagles get going for one more rush. It's over to Gendron. Hit the linesman there as Gendron keeps moving. Now LaRose bringing that down up high, and a high stick call against him with 16.1 to go.
Fans, be sure to grab your Regiment 50/50 ticket on the concourse or online at regiment5050.com. Our jackpot is $28,840 and continues to grow. The Regiment Hockey Cares Foundation thanks you for your support. Regiment 50/50 is proudly presented by Roboto.
So 2-2 tie in a tight hockey game here in the opener of this best of 7 Eastern Conference Round 1 series. 19-18 of the shots in favor of Newfoundland, but Cape Breton is a 9-8 edge in the second, and they have equalized here. We're tied at 2 as we head to the second intermission. That's going to kill it right there.
Well, LeBears just pins it up against the boards. And now we got some pushing and shoving to end the period. Everybody getting into it down there as LeBears is right in the middle of it all. Deneau and Hamel just separating themselves. They're going right down the tunnel. As that'll do it for the second period of play, just like the first, completely evenly matched. A 2-2 tie heading into the third. It's playoff hockey, and you don't want to miss it. Flow Sports, Seth Hyde and Brian Rogers will be back for the third period of play. I'm feeling overtime. What about you? We'll find out what happens.
So, as you know all about the Zorb Ball Marathon. You've got Team Blue. You've got Team Red. Regiment Nation, which one of you is Team Blue? And how many of you are Team Red? Big and Blue is the underdog. You think so? What are you, Team Blue or are you Team Red? Team Blue. Ah, okay. Yeah, Buddy Jr.'s still a little undecided. All right, the rules for this are very, very simple. One lap around the ice. There will be contact. There will be falling. There will be spilling. There will be sliding. Are our contestants ready? The count of 3, and feel free to count with me. 1, 2, 3, go! And Team Blue sprinting to an early lead. And Team Blue slips and falls. Team Red now makes it around the net. So far, no physical contact. And Buddy Jr., where are you going? I think we talked about this, Buddy Jr. Wait a minute. Zorballs are down. Blue goes down. Red goes down. I'm sure Buddy Jr. will not interfere in this Zorball match. Wow, look at that. Is Buddy Jr. playing fair? Wait a minute. Team Blue is upside down. Team Blue is right side up. Trying to find their footing. Team Blue, this is on Buddy Jr. Obstacle. Wait a minute. Rolls back and take up the competition. Pulled through by Team Blue and pushing her back towards the red line. Both falling in the process. Will this be enough for Team Blue? Buddy Jr. What's going on here? Wait a minute. Okay, and this is something I did not expect to see out of the Zorball playbook. But Buddy Jr. is actually dragging. Now, he did mention he has a little bit of a soft spot for Team Blue. Team Red tried to sneak around Buddy Jr. And Team Blue is victorious! Well, as you know, when it comes to Zorball marathons here at the Marriott Center, the only rule is there are no rules. Give it up for Team Blue and Team Red, and of course, Buddy Jr. always keeping the rules in force. Wait a minute, we're over another round? Oh! Nobody called a second rank. I'm not sure what you would call that. There you go. I hope you both had fun, Team Red, Team Blue, because I'll tell you right now, I'm glad it's not me.
Good Life was built to empower and change Canadian lives. From supersets to hot yoga, this is where we thrive. Born here, built here. This is Canada's gym.
Fans, digital province-wide Regiment 50/50 is now live at regiment5050.com. Jackpots have reached over $40,000 this season, and now's your chance to get in on the pot anywhere across Newfoundland and Labrador. Grab your tickets now at regiment5050.com.
In Newfoundland, hockey's more than a game. It's a community. And when it comes to community, Eastlink shows up. We're proud to back the regiment and proud to be your local mobile provider. Visit us at the Avalon Mall.
The QMJHL hits harder on FloHockey. Every game, every goal, every hit, all season long. FloHockey gives you access to the most live hockey anywhere. Watch your team, follow top prospects, and stay on top of all the action on the ice. Subscribe now to stream it all live on FloHockey.
What makes a place beautiful? Our Our news community, Kinsale Place, is located in the beautiful town of Logie Bay, Middle Cove, and Outer Cove. It's a place to grow up and a place to retire. Just minutes from St. John's, yet a world away.
There are some great new offers on Regiment Rewards powered by Fan Saves. Sign up to save on your favorite places around town. Scan the QR code or visit nlregiment.com. Mary Brown's Watch and Win. When the regiment win at home, scan the code that will appear on the video board to claim 500 loyalty points on the Mary Brown's app. Be loud and cheer on your regiment to win.
Achieving the right image for your team should be simple. From tough workwear, PPE, corporate wear, to promotional products, you'll know exactly what you're getting. And when it comes time to put your logo on it, we got you covered. 37 Remagens Boulevard in Paradise.
Represent your regiment at the game and around town. Pick up the latest regiment merch at the store outside Section 101 or online anytime at nlregiment.shop.
Where is Brandon?
Fans, check out these upcoming events at Mary Brown's Center, including the FMX World Tour, Celtic Woman, 3 Days Grace, the Australian Pink Floyd Show, Jimmy Carr, and more. Tickets are available at the box office and online at mbcenter.ca. Secure yours today.
To develop and prepare for the pros. I'm so happy that, that I ended up coming here and had the experience I did. For academic and athletic development, for the quality of support that's offered, for support through scholarships, to become productive and responsible citizens. For the best years of our lives.
Your picks, your bragging rights, your shot at a pair of season seats. Predict every playoff series. The QMJHL Playoff Bracket Challenge is live.
is your Newfoundland Regiment.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Mary Brown Center for the third and final period of play of Game 1 of the 2025-26 first round between the Cape Breton Eagles and the Newfoundland Regiment. First two periods were virtually the exact same. Both squads each scoring once. Shots on goal barely even changing. Cape Breton put up 9 shots in the first, 9 shots in the second. The Regiment put up 11 shots in the first, 8 in the second period. We know the Regiment have been sizzling hot in the third as of late, but they can't keep doing that if they want to go on a run. They have to start on time. And Raj, we don't want that to have to become a theme.
No, I sure hope not, Seth. This is a better hockey club than that. They need to get themselves right in here. I mean, they haven't played a bad game, but they haven't been up to scratch what I guess I was expecting to see. And Cape Breton, man, they're a solid team. They're pesky. They're not going away. And if we don't pay attention to detail defensively, we could be in some trouble. And that's not a negative connotation. I'm just saying, like, the Cape Breton Eagles were getting they were picking pockets and making plays that the Regiment weren't able to contend with a bit in that second period. So they got to be real extra careful here. And use each other, boys. Use your line mates. Use everybody. Come on, let's go.
Face-off won by Tyson Gauguin to kick off the third period of play. Emile Perron up ahead. Brought down by Pilgrim Edwards, who's going to swing this around. Hamel for Flynn. Up the gut. It'll be collected by Reynolds, who will backhand it in deep. Now Sharkey trying to win this puck back. Regiment look to grab it. It's Pilgrim Edwards, Tyson Gauguin in the mix, as this will just escape the zone. Emile Perron drops it all the way back for Will Reynolds. Up ahead, just out of reach of Flynn. Icing's going to be waved off. Hamel with a nice heads-up play to come out of his net and move it to Flynn. Flynn passed this ahead to Andrews. Andrews gave that away. Marek Danacek hot on the press. Danacek moving in. Leaves it for Belanger. Got tied up. Belanger trying to tie up the stick. Justin LaRose gets it. Andrews all the way around for Danacek with a nifty move. Danacek turns and he nearly found Belanger waiting at the back door. Now Boilard, he takes flight, a shot, and it's kicked away by Deneau. Here's LaRose trying to win that puck back from Boilard. It comes on net. Move it down, pass across. McCullough deflected just wide of the cage. Alexis Mathieu ahead. Justin LaRose, he leads the offensive rush. Nifty move around Kopak. The shot deflected right on the tape of Palat. Belanger trying to escape, and he was nearly there again. Oh, Louis.
Third time lucky maybe for Louis.
Yeah, he's had 2 that's just gotten away from him, but third time I think will definitely be the charm, as there was a rub up against the boards between Mathieu and Claus with 18:04 to play in the final frame.
Oh, that was a heads-up feed by Dominic Palat. That almost went in. But Hamel has been a tough nut to crack for the Regiment.
Here's Della Durante. Moves in and shoots, saved by Deneau, and he went out to scoop that one. And here's Jahar, messing it up down there, right by the Zamboni entrance, and they're still reaching around the linesman. Emile Perron and Samuel Claus are in there. Adam Claus, excuse me.
Well, that's good. Show some emotion there, Benny Babe. Nothing wrong with it. They'll go cooler jets. You want all of your players fully engaged. If Ben Gerard and Kloss mixing it up there a little bit. Nothing wrong with that. Oh, that's Hartland. It's not Kloss. Poor old Hartland. I had given Hartland an assist on their first goal, but it got wiped out. Gentleson got it, and now they have misrepresented him. Sorry about that, young Hartland.
Here's Mathieu. Over to Arsenault. Arsenault, beautiful dump in play. As icing's going to be called here with 17:50 to go in the third period.
I thought that Liam got to center, maybe not. Obviously he didn't, according to the linesman. Well, there's no argument, so they got it right. But there's nothing wrong with that play, Seth, especially with the speed of Michaud and Marmelac that can really scoot along with Arsenault.
Durante with a nice play. Maddox Marmelac tries to clear the puck. Is moving across the top as Boiler with a beauty move, and he shot it just wide of the net.
He didn't miss by much.
There's another chance in front, scooped up by Deneau.
This has been the theme for every period so far. The puck drops and Cape Breton take charge. They did it in the start of the game for the first 3.5 minutes. They did the same thing in the second, and they're doing it again here in the third. So the Regiment better buck up a little bit here, boys. This could be a long series, I think, Seth, and it's going to be a tough one, too.
This isn't going to be easy.
No, not sure. And nobody suggested it would be, obviously. The players know that. The coaches know it. Both teams know it. Wasn't a whole lot of separation between these two teams. The Regiment finding a way to win the last 3 after losing, what, the first 5?
Yeah, they lost the first 5 to the Eagles. And then, like you said, turned it around and won the last 3. It started with an overtime win
in Sydney
at the Center 200.
Yeah. And then went back-to-back here at home.
Well, that's flipped in and gloved down by Hamel.
Freeze! Everybody clap your hands. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
Got to get the big boys going here. We need some offensive thrust here from Gauguin, Pilgrim, Edwards, and Sharkey. Been held in check here for the most part in this game tonight, except for Sharkey's assist on LaRose's power play goal. There we go. There's a start.
17:08 to play in the third period. 2-2 is the score.
Yeah. 21 apiece of the shots. Both teams have had 3 power plays. The Regiment 1 for 3, and Cape Breton 0 for 3. Now, mind you, both teams had a 23-second power play. Not much there. But it's even Steven all the way through here, Seth.
Yeah, this has really been the most evenly matched game you can get so far. And the next goal is huge.
Well, for sure. Could be the game winner.
Noah Laberge, one-on-one with Gendron. Collision down there on the boards as it's Pilgrim Edwards who moves it over to Tyson Gauguin. Up ahead to Reynolds. Will Reynolds, Sharkey's right there with him. Reynolds spinning back, dumps it into the corner. It's Pilgrim Edwards with the poke. Tyson Gauguin will keep it moving around the boards. Laberge up to Pilgrim Edwards, shooting, and it goes just wide of the net. Reynolds couldn't get a stick on that puck. As Noah Laberge will give it to Tyson Gauguin. Over to Reynolds. Reynolds backhanding this puck in deep. Sharkey racing after this one as Hamel will move it around the boards. Tyson Gauguin into the corner. Kopak grabs it up to Peich. Peich absorbs a heavy hit. Dumped in. Vitch is going to take over. Ben Vitch. He's got the puck. Gives it to Noah Laberge. Laberge up to Sharkey. Sharkey passed it into center. As Claus gets going with the puck, moves it ahead, and the tied-up stick will send this down the ice. Noah LaBerge will win that race. Vitch with the poke play, and LaBerge with an even bigger one there. As Ryan Dwyer, oh, he gets hit hard there. Big hit by the Eagles' number 10, Caden Kelly. As it's moved back to Soche. Soche busting in. Might have some daylight here as he gives it to Della Durante, and Deneau gloves it down.
Well, the Eagles are moving their feet a little quicker than the regiment. And they're now out-shooting the Newfoundland squad, albeit only by a shot, 22-21. And it's quiet here. It started as a madhouse on New Gower. Got a little quiet here. Time for the boys to pick up their game and give them something to cheer about.
Another big stop by Deneau.
Well,
.23 to go in this third period of play. And as we said, the next goal in this game is absolutely massive. And Justin LaRose looking to be the man to get it as he'll bring it back. Started the CHL postseason with a goal. So he takes a shot to the face there from L'Italien. As this is moved to Marek Danicek, who's in. Stop. Rebound. Belanger, and Hamill gets across again to shut the door on Belanger.
Now there's Louis' third time. And I said third time lucky. Well, unfortunately he wasn't. That's what the regiment need now. Get on their horses and let's go. Let's saddle up here, boys, and start to get some more ozone time here. Start whipping some pucks on Felix Hamel. Big netminder at both ends of the ring. Tough to beat. Gonna have to get a greasy one.
Here's Samuel Kopak. Up ahead, broken up at center. Belanger trying to get that puck. Mathieu attempting to keep it in. Off to the races they go. It's Reese Peich bringing the puck in, and a big poke by Emile Perron. Back to the front of the net, and a fan-down shot by Gendron. Here's Peich again. Lost that puck. Danicek, LaRose. LaRose to Belanger, to the trailer. Emile Perron, pass on net. Oh, what a stop by Hamel. Got across and just kicked it away.
That was kind of like the Marmelac goal. It would look like it was going right to the net along the ice.
Regiment
and at the last second, it didn't go
they
in.
Almost had another one exactly how they would have drawn it up.
Wow.
Whoops.
Whoops.
Across. Oh my, it almost hit the equipment manager of the Eagles right there.
He appears to be okay, the youngster. Puck just missed him. So exactly 6 minutes gone here in the third. And it's a tight one here tonight. Game one of this best of seven opening round series between two Atlantic Canadian neighbors. Here comes a lecture as Michaud gets in for the draw and he wins it.
And Quinn Norman will reset with the puck. He moved it to Will Reynolds. Reynolds back to Michaud. Soche has got it, spins back around. Soche over to Hartland. Hartland with a quick shot, saved by Deneau. Comes out with the glove and covers it up.
Well, 6:16 gone here in the third, and neither team appears to be in any rush to try to push the pace. Very content with this kind of kitty bar the door kind of style of hockey. In the postseason, you get so much of it. But right now, it's kind of at a snail's pace, 24 shots apiece. And tied at 2. That's all she wrote, folks.
13:44 to go. Just got to get their foot on the gas for these last 13 minutes.
It starts in your own zone, and you tidy up there, and then get going on the offense.
Congratulations on behalf of Mary Browns.
It's Will Reynolds who attempted to clear the puck. It's going to be kept in by the Eagles. Quinn Norman making a big play, and what a game Quinn Norman has had so far tonight. He has really been outstanding for the regiment. As Marmalak trying to make a jump around there to get that puck. Della Durante up the middle. Arsenault to Norman. Now Michaud. Over to Marmalak, lost the puck. Soche will send this right in. Deneau to Quinn Norman. Ahead for Michaud. Across. He'll collect it back again. Alexei Michaud right to Liam Arsenault, busting in! And Hamel will shut the door once again.
Well, Liam Arsenault having himself a fine game as well. He has an assist, and he gets another look there as he got in just too tight. He really couldn't get a shot away, unfortunately. He was just too cramped up, and of course he was being pursued by the Cape Breton defender, who did a pretty good job to tie up 13 stick of the back.
Pilgrim Edwards at the dot with Nicholas Holamigo. Here's Noah LeBert, just shot just wide of the cage. Sharkey looking to search for it. Gauguin attempted to backhand it in. He took a big hit there on the boards. As this is moved into the corner, Mathieu. Oh, he eats a heavy one from Romeo. Mathieu, not an easy guy to knock off his feet. Romeo, big shift from him, getting that puck out to the blue line. Now Peitsch with a quick shot. Deneau coming out to snatch that one out of midair.
Well, this is a tough line to play against, and they're proven to be a handful here as the regiment can't get out of their end. Now, Alexis Mathieu giveth and taketh. Solid hit by Romeo there. Nothing wrong with it. Good, clean hockey, physicality.
Here's Girard. Up to Dwyer. Dwyer pass ahead. Dominic Palat moving around. Dubé attempted to get there. Heavy hit by Benjamin Girard. Now it's Ben Vitch. Moving it over to Gendron. And Gendron taking flight. It's Kelly now with the puck. Leaving it behind, and it's kicked away by Deneau. Dominic Palat back behind the goal. Perron. Girard. Over to Vitch. Ties up the stick. Attempted to poke it out. Emile Perron. Back out. Gendron with the shot. Blocked by Girard. Here's Perron now. To Girard, can't clear the puck. L'Italien down to Boilard. Boilard shaking free. Raoul Boilard still with the puck. Moves it out to the point to Kopak. Kopak gets tied up by Palat. Palat attempting to clear it, comes to Girard. Back to Palat. Dominic Palat moving on in, dumps it in deep. Fourth line jumps off. First line comes out. Belanger, LaRose, and Danacek. Della Durante, 11:15 to play in the game. Kopak moving, gets it to the red line. Another swing from him. Now Danacek. Oh, beautiful move from Eric Danacek. He gets it across to Belanger. Goes in on goal, and Hamel will cover it up.
Well, the Cape Breton Eagles are not allowing the Newfoundland Regiment to get any offensive thrust whatsoever, sticking to their men like glue and not allowing them to separate themselves. And when you're not moving your feet that quick, you're not going to get any offensive zone time. A change in direction is a spell for Louis-Antoine Deneau, who has been stellar in the Newfoundland goal with 25 saves as the Eagles keep winning face-off after face-off after face-off and getting shots on goal off the draw. And thus out shooting Newfoundland now, 27-26 in a 2-2 tie as we approach the halfway mark here of the third period in game one.
It's Will Reynolds who helped LaRose get that puck. LaRose brings it out, moves around Flynn. Here's Jettleson now. Brought down behind the net by LaBerge. Belanger to LaRose. Up against two Eagles there on the wall. It came across from Flynn over to the other side to Jettleson. Moved it over to Claus. Claus moves on in with the puck. Beautiful fake from him as it comes to Noah LaBerge. Swung back around the boards to Michaud. And now ahead and an opportunity for Will Reynolds. Reynolds gingerly along the blue. Gives it to the trailer who is Liam Arsenault. He dumped that into the corner. McCullough is going to take over and pass it ahead.
Here we go.
Big tie up by Alexei Michaud. Michaud, best he can do there is dump it in as McCullough grabs a hold of it, spun back. Michaud was nearly home free there. Marmalak left it behind to Perron. Mathieu. Perron off the skate of the official Hamilton. Now Mathieu lifts this one up and out. Arsenault's going to get there. It's Liam Arsenault and Alexei Michaud on a big play. Arsenault went hard into the boards, and so did Jacob Della Durante. Passed across to Charon. Perron gets this puck out. And bringing it right back in is Kelly. Kelly dancing and he scores! Kelly picks the bottom corner, and the Cape Breton Eagles have the lead.
Well, that's what happens. These guys are moving their feet, man. They get their opportunity and they're heading to the net, and just like that, the Regiment find themselves trailing 10-52, the first lead of the hockey game for the visitors from Cape Breton Island. And you can hear a pin dropping here right about now as Kelly waltzed. Kelly scored. See how they react here.
So Flynn is going to take the puck. Peitsch will redirect it in. First time the Regiment have trailed this game.
His first of the playoffs, scored by number 10,
Mason Gauguin up to Sharkey. Pilgrim Edwards trying everything to get there, and it is going to be an icing with 8:50 to play.
For Bouillard at 10:52.
So Bouillard with his second point of the hockey game with a circular pass, and Kelly charges to the net and scores the go-ahead goal for the visitors here in game one. Well, you want your fans to be loud and proud, boys. Time to get skating, get moving. Here we go. You've been a third period club. Turn it up.
Sent back into the corner by the Regiment. A delayed offsides makes them touch up. As the fans trying to encourage the Regiment. Boilard, who right now is playing like the first star of the game. He has been incredible for the Eagles here tonight. Here's Dominic Palat up the other way. Moves it over to Gauguin. Back out to Vitch. Ben Vitch brings it in. Dumps it into the corner. Moves away from Kopak as Claus passes it around to Dwyer. And that's given away. Moved ahead to Claus once again. Claus gets hit hard by Ben Vitch, who's been laying the body all night. And now Dwyer tried to get it back. Just couldn't get a stick on it. McCullough will swing it for Kopak. Claus with the redirection. Louis-Antoine Deneau over to LaBerge. Around for Reynolds. And that's given away, sent out front, just out of reach of Will Reynolds here. LaRose to Reynolds. Reynolds takes us up the other side. Will Reynolds might just do this himself. Reynolds is in, and he shoots it wide. LaRose was nearly there for the rebound. Reynolds is going to draw a penalty, and this is huge for the Newfoundland Regiment as the puck came free. And with 7:16 to go, the regiment have got a power play.
That looks like Romeo, maybe?
It is Romeo. Well, there's the call right there. Reynolds went down, and this is massive. I think this is the game right here.
Well, it's a fourth opportunity for Newfoundland. The website is showing Cape Breton 0 for 2, but they had a 23-second power play. And it appears did not get noted. But I've got them 0 for 3.
2 minutes for holding. Time of the penalty.
Here's McCullough.
That's Romeo.
Swung this down. Louis-Antoine Deneau is going to come out of his net. And he nearly gave that away.
Time to get collectively together here and press hard. Get the equalizer.
Here's LaRose. Justin LaRose comes in himself as Gendron. Stick exploded in his hands. He made a kick play to get it out, and Peitsch is going to clear it right down the ice. Deneau moves it to LaBerge. Left behind to Danacek. Marek Danacek. Rink-wide feed for Sharkey. No icing as he was at the red line, but the Eagles might clear it out. LaRose trying everything to hold the line. Danacek, it did stay in, but the Eagles are going to get there first, as Jetelson's going to dump it in deep. Now Danacek. 55 seconds to go on the power play for the regiment. They haven't been able to avail of much just yet, as Noah LaBerge takes it and leaves it behind. Belanger will keep it going right around the boards. LaRose, Danacek holds the line. Back down low to Sharkey, and Sharkey will keep it moving. The regiment keep it going around the boards. The official getting in the way, but LaBerge will hold the line. Now it's Marek Danacek waiting. Danacek stepping in, throws it across. Oh, what a stop. Rebound, and Danacek banned on it. It's still there. Justin LaRose, and he puts it high. Danacek's going to hold the line. 18 seconds to go. Between the legs pass. LaBerge, LaRose, Belanger just wide of the net. Regiment getting set once again. LaRose, can he do it? Sharkey's shot goes wide of the net. This building waiting to explode. Danacek, another try. Oh my goodness. Hamel is standing on his head, and the regiment think he pushed the net off. LaRose can't believe it as L'Italien comes in, and this will draw a crowd just as we get back to even strength. The regiment were all over him, and look at Sharkey. Sharkey and McCullough into it. Helmets flying off, and this game just got interesting. And now we're going to have our second and final timeout of the third period. Just an unlucky way for the regiment to end that full pressure shift.
Fans, tonight's jackpot in the 50-50 draw.
Well, they had a couple unbelievable looks, and Hamel made a couple dandy stops. You need the greasy ones, but
that's B.
It wasn't the B.
18259. Congratulations. Please take your winning ticket to the Fan Relations booth outside Section 101. Regiment Hockey Cares Foundation thanks you for your support. Regiment 50-50 is proudly presented by Robotham Mackay Marshall.
If you listen closely, you can hear the sound of the Mount Pearl Blades under 13 girls hockey team. 4 gold, 1 silver. Congratulations, you guys.
So there's 2 Eagles in the box, just 1 regiment player. Let's see if this is going to be another regiment power play. It looks like it will be. McCullough is getting 2 minutes put up on the board. So the regiment have another chance to tie up this game, and that's just so unfortunate. They had them hemmed in their own end. They finally got something set up. Just an unfortunate way to end it, and they're lucky they didn't come away with a penalty there, the regiment, because that was a big scrum that ensued after that. But the Eagles, just after killing that penalty, they'll go right back into the box. Coach Jason Clark having a word with the official. So the first unit going to come out. Tyson Gauguin is out there in replacement of Louis-Francois Bélanger, who's in the box for a roughing call. Well, we know Gauguin scored on the power play a lot at the start of the year when he was on the first line. He scored the first ever regiment goal on the power play on the first unit. Has he got another big goal in him?
Well, somebody better have a big goal for the regiment. They're down 3-2, 5:11 left against a very determined Cape Breton hockey team.
Penalties to the regiment, number 18.
And they're going to try to clear, and it'll just get over the stick of Noah LaBerge.
And number 19,
out of his net. We'll move it back to Justin LaRose. Pushed it up to Noah LaBerge.
Let's show some urgency here.
LaBerge across the red line. Had to make a couple evasive maneuvers there. Marek Danicek now. Bringing it up, the regiment fans encouraging their team. Danicek, oh, what a move! Danicek is kicked away by Hamel. Oh, that was almost the goal of the year. Here's Noah LaBerge now. Up to Dawson Sharkey. Left behind to Danicek. Makes the extra pass. Justin LaRose is on it. He puts it on, and it's saved by Hamel. Hits the netting and is deemed out of play with 4:18 to go in the third period. No more timeouts left in this game except for if the Eagles or regiment call one, so it's just 4 straight minutes of hockey.
Well, not one guy on his own is going to win a hockey game. You've got to use your line mates. That's a great move by Marek Danicek and a beautiful look, but you've got to use your guys.
Face-off won by Gauguin. Noah LaBerge is going to walk in. He shoots. It's blocked. Stays in play. Gauguin. Down low to Sharkey. He'll keep it going around the boards. Danicek will keep it in, but he just lost it. And he's going to have to reset as he dropped it off to Noah LaBerge. 50 seconds to go on the power play for the Newfoundland Regiment. It's Dawson Sharkey coming in. Beauty move to the front of the net. And now a chance for LaBerge. LaBerge has got it, Dan. It's going to be cleared down the ice. Sharkey was pushed into Hamel as the Eagles were calling for a whistle there on that play. Just 30 seconds to go on the McCullough penalty. Marek Danicek going to take it up the other way himself. Spins back. Gave it to Ben Vitch. Broke up the pass. It's a 2-on-1 shorthanded. Peitsch and Gendron. Peitsch shot. Saved by Deneau, and another stop by Louis-Antoine Deneau. Peitsch back to the front of the net. It was broken up by Gendron as Vitch will leave it behind for Noah LaBerge. 3:15 to play in the final frame. Maddox Marmelac comes in. We're back to even strength. Marmelac brings it in, and a big hit by Della Durante. Jettleson will flip this out to center ice. 3 minutes to go now. Will Reynolds across. Alexei Michaud up ahead. Claus to Jettleson. Jettleson faking the drop back. Takes it behind his own goal and gives it to Della Durante. He passes it ahead. It'll get free. Hartland hustling hard to get there. Emile Perron one-on-one with him as it swings around the boards for Michaud. Alexei Michaud out to center ice. Flynn losing the puck. Regiment caught off sides with 2:33 to go in the third period. Letallier and Bélanger back out there. And the clock is starting to tick for the Newfoundland Regiment.
Well, the lack of the power play, too much cute stuff, not enough team play on the power play is the end result. 1 for 5.
Regiment having trouble changing here. They need an extra guy. So it's Michaud, Pilgrim Edwards, and Gauguin. Face-off won by Gauguin. Emile Perron will spin it back. Will Reynolds, 2:25 to go in the third. As Perron took it across the top, Pilgrim Edwards is going to swing this around the boards. Alexei Michaud gets dumped hard by Kopak. Swung around again. Icing waved off here. The puck is going to slow down anyway. Here's Emile Perron. Perron gets it moving. Reynolds passes off for Michaud. 2 minutes to go. Will Reynolds across the top. A giveaway, and now up the other way comes Boilard. Raoul Boilard is just going to softly push it into the zone with 1:50 left to play. And hope starting to dwindle for the Newfoundland Regiment in game one. As this comes up, it's Pilgrim Edwards. Gauguin. Pilgrim Edwards again in front, and Hamel will cover it up. So the regiment got it in Cape Breton territory with 1:40 to go, and that's the first step in tying this game. And they're going to call their timeout here. We've seen them do this before. They tied it up late against Moncton just 2 weeks ago. Saturday, March 14th, they scored 2 goals in the last minute, 40 actually, to tie up that game. The next night, they were down 4-1. They scored 2 goals in the third period. It just wasn't enough, but they nearly pulled off a miraculous comeback. Then last Saturday, they were down 4-1. They scored 5 goals in the third, and it was a late winner from Tyson Gauguin, which gave the regiment those coveted 2 points and the third seed. So do they have another big moment in them?
Well, we shall see. 1:40 remaining. And as Louis-Antoine Deneau, he's not coming to the bench yet. The way the Eagles have been so plucky and they work so hard, and they'll do whatever they can to get puck possession. A goalie to the bench early, and they could put this out of sight, out of mind with an empty netter. Got to start with winning a face-off here and getting puck control. But they need traffic in front of Hamel set. They can find a greasy one.
Absolutely. Is this going to get cleared down? And that looked like it hit a regiment stick.
So face-off's going to be at the dot here just outside the regiment blue line. So Louis-Antoine Deneau cannot get to the bench because of that clearing attempt. Left the playing surface.
Face-off one. McCullough with the swing. Now it's Sharkey. Can they do it again? Dawson Sharkey across the red line. Now he's across the blue. Sharkey's going to come and he fanned on the shot. Gets it back for himself. And it's out to Noah LaBerge. Goalie out at the other side for the regiment. Do they have another moment in them? Tyson Gauguin. Back down low to Belanger. Belanger to Danacek. Now out high to Noah LaBerge. 1:05 to go in the third period. Justin LaRose walks in and shoots. It goes high and wide. Back around to Danacek, to LaRose. He might just try it again. LaRose on net. The rebound was there and they couldn't free it. Marek Danacek trying to get it in a big play from him. Noah LaBerge with the swing around the boards. Hamel couldn't free his stick. Belanger to Gauguin. The puck is pinballing around. The regiment might just run out of time here if they can't get something going. LaBerge, it'll just get out of the zone. Danacek is forced to reset. 30 seconds to go. Danacek to Belanger. It's going to get cleared again. Now they're down to 25. Noah LaBerge with the swing. It goes all the way around. McCullough's going to clear. And will it go? Will it go? It is going to go for an icing call with 15.8 left to go in the third period.
Check the clock, because the whistle blown in a couple seconds kept running on the clock. They're going to have to revert that. Well, unfortunately, there haven't been enough tic-tac-toe plays. We're used to see these guys just whip the puck around beautifully and get their scoring opportunities, but that has not been the case here in this hockey game tonight, unfortunately. We saw it early, but not much late. Widely, the regiment with 14 shots on goal in the third, but it just doesn't seem that way. It seems like Hamel's had it. He hasn't had to make any sensational saves, unfortunately. It'll have to be greasy.
An extra second for the regiment. Now it's 16.8 left. Gauguin's going to win it. A backhander right off the draw from LaRose. And 14.1 left to play now.
Well, the Cape Breton Eagles is 14.1 seconds away from stealing home ice advantage in this first round series, forcing the regiment into a must-win situation tomorrow night if they can't equalize here and force overtime. You don't want to go to Sydney down 2-0, even though you've had a victory there.
Well, LaRose tried to work it out. It was given away, and that'll probably do it as Gendron's going to clear it down. LaBerge tried to bat it. The regiment got to go quickly. Noah LaBerge is going to send this right down the ice. It's tipped, and the game is over. And the Cape Breton Eagles come into the Mary Brown Center and escape with game one. A 3-2 win for them. And the game winner off the stick of Caden Kelly.
Total of 34. Advance, stick around for the Hickman's Hardest Working Player Award and the 3 stars.
Well, I'm sure to a man that the regiment are extremely disappointed, but hey, the thing is you got to shake it off and get ready for tomorrow. You don't have any time to sit there and dwindle and worry about things. You got to get back on the horse and get ready to go here tomorrow. But the Cape Breton Eagles, give them full credit. They played a really solid road game. For the most part in this game, to me, in my estimation, it's just one man's opinion, they were the quicker team. They seemed to have more bounce in their step, and they went after pucks harder than the regiment did, and that's why they won the hockey game. That's one man's opinion. So, start from anew for the regiment, trailing this series 1-0. Dropping the opener here in the best-of-7 Eastern Conference Series, 3-2.
Tonight's Hickman's Hardest Working Player Award in the Newfoundland Regiment, number 77, Alexis Mathieu.
Alexis Mathieu, the hardest working player, laid some big hits out there tonight.
I mean, yeah, he took one too, but that's all part of the game, and I'm sure he'd tell you he loved the engagement in that.
The 3rd star from the Eagles, number 94, Louis Gendron. Tonight's 2nd star from your regiment, number 9, Justin LaRose.
And Justin LaRose, the 2nd star of the game. He opened the scoring, had a couple of nice looks.
Seth, the 1-for-5 power play slate is one that they're going to look back on and saying, wow, we had 5 opportunities. -1 was 23 seconds. Both teams had that. But that's it. Playoff hockey, it's tight. There's no room for error. And that's the way the cookie crumbled here tonight. So the regiment need to bounce back tomorrow in game 2 to even the series up before it shifts to Center 200 in Sydney for games 3, 4, and 5 next week. That'll be Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday if necessary. Seth, and we'll be doing the broadcast from the regiment boardroom of their office on Water Street in downtown St. John's. Anyways, that's 1 down. Still got to win 3 more, so the regiment got their work cut out for them, but it's not over by any stretch of the imagination. We knew it would be a tight and hotly contested series, and it proved to be just that. And the Eagles on this night were the better team, and they won 3-2.
Well, the regiment will be back in action tomorrow night. Just a near miss for them here this evening. Hopefully we'll see a new team, but congratulations to the Eagles on a well-deserved win in game 1. Make sure you be kind to one another, stay safe. Myself and Brian Rogers will be back tomorrow night for game 2 from the Mary Brown Center. Good night, everyone.